Welcome back to A Better Life. I'm your host, Hank Hennigan. And this segment of our show is a dear friend of mine, Mr. Ben Jones.
Hello, Brother Hank.
Hey, Ben, how you doing, brother?
Good, good.
All right, good people watching A Better Life. You say, wait a minute. Is that the Ben Jones that I know that played football at LSU and is in the oil and gas business and brother, great family man, and I'm telling you, good people watching Better Life, we're going to have a great show here. All right, Ben, you've been in the oil and gas business for a long time. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, I'm in the oil and gas exploration business.
Okay.
Or said another way, I search for buried treasure.
Okay.
And, you know, fossil fuels kind of have a mixed review right now. There
Right.
are a lot of people not a real high fan of it, but I tell you, hydrocarbons are absolutely necessary with current technology to sustain 6.6 billion people on the face of the earth.
6 points, that's correct.
And I'd be tickled pink if we can come up with an alternative form of energy, a cleaner form of energy, but you better not get rid of those fossil fuels until we have the alternative ready to go.
Exactly. There's a lot of people on the road and it needs that oil and gas, and ain't no doubt about it.
That's right.
So, people watching A Better Life, how does your work help people have a better life? I mean, I can understand. I mean, you need those fossil fuels.
Man, I tell you, I mean, all of modern society and the modern economy, the foundational pillar is hydrocarbons.
Yes.
We could not have modern society, nor could we sustain 6.6 billion people without fossil fuels.
Exactly.
It has radically transformed the world, just about everything you do, the electricity, your travel.
Yes.
It used to take 6 to 12 months to cross the continent. It takes you 5 hours today.
Right.
Because of hydrocarbons.
Come on.
And used to, the majority of the workers had to work in agriculture.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They had to be directly producing food.
That's right.
Today, less than 1% of our population can produce enough food for all the people on the face of the earth.
My goodness, man.
And that frees up literally billions of people to do other, more diverse, broad, more expansive type forms of work.
Ben, I know your heart, and I know that you've been a Christian brother, that you have a moonlighting job.
I do.
So, after the oil and gas business, what do you do in your spare time besides take care of your family, Ben?
Well, you know, I've been a lay preacher for 40 years.
Right.
And I've been a storyteller since I was 6 years old. And lo and behold, I go along and I become a Christian and begin to preach the Word of God, and I still love to tell stories.
Yeah.
And then I found out there was a really good storyteller before me. His name was Jesus.
Come on.
The Bible says, and without a parable, he did not teach the people.
Come on.
Now look, if the Son of God comes down from heaven's stairway, lives among us, and he needs to have a story to couch the truth of God, to convey it to the people of God,
yes,
I'm no better than him.
That's exactly right.
So I've always loved telling stories, and the vast majority of the stories I tell are great historical tales that illustrate a biblical truth.
All right. I know that you have something on your heart you want to share with the people watching A Better Life right now. Tell us about it, Ben.
Well,
your latest movie script.
All right, I've written a movie script that I'm really excited about, and you can see the poster here. It's called Peace River. It's a modern Western.
Okay.
It's got multi-strands of story in it. There's a great love story. There's a racial reconciliation story. There's a powerful spiritual story.
Okay.
About the immanence of God, about the fact that God intervenes in our lives. Great story of forgiveness, and of course it's going to, if it comes out on film like I envision it, it's going to be a beautiful film. It's really going to be expansive. It's going to be very authentic. It's a modern Western predicated on current cattle culture in New Mexico.
So it's about a cowboy being a former U.S. soldier and just being a soldier at war his love life wrecked, being a cowboy. Tell us a little bit about the script there, Ben, to put it in perspective.
Well, the young hero grows up on a ranch in New Mexico. He has a childhood romance with a Hispanic girl who is daughter of workers on the ranch, and so you follow the threads of their life through. They become championship rodeo competitors. They're deeply in love, as deeply as puppies can be in love. And then he joins the U.S. military. 9/11 occurs, and he finds himself in Afghanistan fighting on horseback.
On horseback?
On horseback in the 21st century. Now,
Wow.
this is something that actually happened.
Yes.
I mean, not to my fictional character in the script, but in the real world,
yes.
in the fall of 2001, we had special operations soldiers fighting on horseback
Wow.
in Afghanistan. So it's a story of great tragedy and loss, and he has multiple tragedies befall him, and what we see is the long arm of the Lord reaching down through the space-time continuum and touching a young man's heart, and restoring him.
So Ben, people watching A Better Life and your Peace River, your movie script, how with them, and I'm believing with you that the Lord's going to open the door for you to get this movie produced and out to the people. How's Peace River going to just touch someone's heart watching A Better Life?
Well, I believe that it's a beautiful story, conveys biblical truth, and I believe that this movie will draw thousands of people to Christ.
Yes.
It will inspire many young couples to continue to persevere in their marriage. It'll inspire godly marriages. There is a transgenerational story between grandparents and grandchildren. It's a beautiful picture. And so it's going to be a beautiful redemptive story.
Yes. Good people watching A Better Life. I know Ben, I know where his heart is, and him writing this script, Peace River, it's going to be valuable not only to individuals and families and marriages, but to all the world, as the Bible is itself. Thank you for watching A Better Life, and thank you for being a part of this project.